Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my today's topic. Today our topic is lines and angles. Okay. So already you have learned that a minimum of 2 points are required to draw a line. Okay. So in this chapter we will study the properties of the angles formed when two lines intersect each other, and also the properties of the angles formed when a line intersects two or more parallel lines at distinct points. Okay. So let us first revise the terms and definitions related to the lines and angles learned in the earlier classes. Okay, so go to the next slide. Okay, so now we are just recalling all the terms related to the lines and angles. The first point is, what is a point? Okay, so what is a point? A point has no size, no shape, just has the position. Okay, so here M is the point, it has just the position. Okay, next point is, what is a line? Actually, a line is a straight path of points that has no beginning or end. Okay, so as shown in the figure, so this line extends on the both sides. Okay, so that it has no beginning or no end. So this is known as the line. So here we can say that x y is the line. Okay, so we have to mention the arrow on the both side on x and y, that is xy, and then arrow on the both side. So that means xy is here is a line that has no beginnings or end. Okay, next point is line segment. What is a line segment? A line segment is a portion of a line, that means it is a part of a line that has two endpoints. Here you can see that in this picture, whenever we are talking about the line, it can extend on the both side. Okay, but in line segment we will be talking about the part of a line that has two endpoints. So if I take a line that extends on both sides, okay, then a part of the line is known as the line segment. Okay, so a line segment is basically a part or a portion of a line that has two endpoints. Okay, here is one endpoint, here is one endpoint. Okay, okay, so as shown in the figure. Okay, so for this we can write a b and then the line. So it means that AB is a line segment. Okay, next part is, what is a ray? Actually a ray is a part of a line which has one endpoint and extends forever in one directions. Okay, so here is the difference between line segment and ray. Ray has one endpoint, but in line segment it has two endpoints. Okay, and in ray it can extend forever in one direction, but in line segment there is no extension. Got it? Okay, so here is the figure of ray. It can extend in one directions only. Okay, so that the arrow is on one side only. Okay, and here is the fixed point, it cannot extend along these directions. Okay, go to the next slide. Now we will be talking about collinear points and non-collinear points. Okay, so the points that lie on the same line are called collinear. So suppose this is a line, and on this line point N, point A, point U lie, so that all these points are known as the collinear points, because all these lie on the same line. Okay, but when the points that do not lie on the same line are called non-collinear points. Okay, Got it? So you can see that if you take an triangle and if you say that this point is known as A, this is B and C, so you can say that here all these points A, B and C are known as the non-collinear points. Okay, okay, go to the next slide. Now the main question comes, that is, so the next question is, what is angle? An angle is formed when two rays originated from the same endpoint. Here the point is B. From here two rays BA and BC originated. Okay, so this point is known as the vertex. So here B is the vertex, the endpoint of two rays. Okay, and AB is the rays. AB and BC are the rays of these angles. Okay, or you can say that arms of this angle. Okay, so what are the properties of an angle? A figure formed by two rays that have the same endpoint. Number 2, the two rays are called the sides or the arms of the angle. Next point is, the common endpoint, here it is B, is called as the vertex. Next point is, we can give a name to this angle by using this symbol angle, and you can put the point. Here the angle here is angle B, so you can write it like that way, angle B, or you can say that angle ABC, angle ABC. Okay, next point is, make sure that the vertex is the middle point. Okay, so got that idea about the angle. Okay, next point. Now this slide tells you about the types of the angles. So these are the types of various angles. So the first type is acute angle. Okay, so when the value of the angle is between 0 degree and 90 degree, then the angle is known as the acute angle. So for the acute angle, the angle should not be greater than 90 and should be greater than 0 degree. Okay, that is, so this angle is known as the acute angle. Okay, so an acute angle measures between 0 degree and 90 degree. Okay, next angle is known as the right angle. Okay, so when the angle formed by two rays is equal to 90 degree, then this angle is known as the right angle. Here for right angle we have to make the angle like that way. Okay, so this symbol denotes that this angle is equal to 90 degree. Okay, next angle is obtuse angle. So when the value of angle is in between 90 degree and 180 degree, that means when the angle is greater than 90 but less than 180 degree, then the angle is known as the obtuse angle. Okay, next angle is known as the straight line. Here S is the straight angle. Okay, so the value of the straight angle is 180 degree. Okay, so here on the upper part the angle is equal to 180 degree. Okay, got it? And for the lower part also it has the value 180 degree. Okay, the next type of angle is reflex angle. Okay, so we know total value of degree for all quadrants is 360. Okay, because we know x-axis and y-axis divides the whole xy plane into 4 quadrants. This is the first quadrant, it is the second quadrant, it is the third, and it is the fourth, and each quadrant has the same value equal to 90. Okay, so this quadrant is equal to 90 degree, this quadrant equals to 90 degree, this also 90, and this also 90. So total value of all quadrants is 360 degree. Okay, so when the angle is in between 180 degree and 360 degree, then this angle is known as the reflex angle. Okay, so here T angle or angle T is known as the reflex angle. Okay, got it? Okay, go to the next slide. Now the next part comes. The next part is okay, angle. So we can say that an acute angle measures between 0 degree and 90 degree, whereas a right angle is exactly equal to 90 degree. An angle greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called an obtuse angle, and also is for a straight line it is equal to 180 degree. But when the angle is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree, it is known as the reflex angle. Okay, if we further go, then we can say that two angles whose sum is 90 degree are called complementary angles, and the angles whose sum is 180 degree are known as the supplementary angle. Okay, so already we got the knowledge about the angles. Now the next point is adjacent angles. Okay, so two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex. Okay, already we know vertex means the common point of two rays. Okay, of rays. So two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex, a common arm, and their known common arms are on different sides of the common arm. Okay, so if we talk about the figure number 6.2, it is an example of adjacent angles. Okay, so here angle ABD, that is this angle, and DBC, this angle, are adjacent angle. Okay, here ray BD is their common arm and point B is their common vertex. Okay, so B is the common vertex and BD is the common arm of the side. Okay, so ray BA and ray BC are non-common arms. Moreover, when two angles are adjacent, then their sum is always equal to the angle formed by their two non-common arms. So we can write that angle ABC equal to angle ABD plus angle DB and C. Okay, okay, got it? So note that angle ABC and ABD are not adjacent angles because they are non-common arms. BD and BC lie on the same side of the common arm BA. Okay, got it? Okay, so if the non-common arms BA and BC in figure number 6.2 form a line, then it look like a figure number 6.3, that is linear pair of angles. Okay, so this is the linear pair of angles. Okay, got it? So here in this figure, angle ABD and DBC are called linear pair of angles. Okay, so next part is vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite angles formed, this is the vertically opposite angle. So vertically opposite angles formed when two lines here, that is AB and CD, intersect each other. Say at the point O, there are two pairs of vertically opposite angles. One pair is angle AOD and another pair, one pair is angle AOD and BOC, that is this angle and this angle. Okay, and you can say that the other pair is angle AOC and DOB or BOD. Got it? Okay, okay. Next part is intersecting lines. So draw two different lines PQ and RS on a paper like this. Okay, like this. You will see that you can draw them in two different ways as shown in figure 6.1, 6.51 and figure 6.52. Okay, so first one is intersecting lines and second one is parallel lines, that is non-intersecting lines, because here in this figure 2 PQ and RS are not intersecting each other, so they are known as the parallel line or non-intersecting lines. But in figure number 1, the lines that is PQ and RS are intersecting each other at the point O. Okay, so that means these lines are acting as the intersecting lines. Okay, okay, okay. So recall the notation of a line that is extends indefinitely in both directions. Lines PQ and RS in figure number 6.1 are intersecting lines, and in figure number 6.52, figure number 2, are parallel lines. Note that the lengths of the common perpendiculars at different points on these parallel lines is the same. This equal length is called the distance between two parallel lines. Okay, I think it is clear to you. So now it is the axiom 6.1. If a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. Okay, so recall that when the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then they are called a linear pair of angles. Okay, so in axiom 6.1 it is given that a ray stands on a line. From this given, we have concluded that the sum of two adjacent angles formed is 180 degree. Okay, can we write axiom 6.1 the other way, that is take the conclusion of axiom 6.1 as given and the given as the conclusion, so it becomes, okay, so it becomes number 1, if the sum of the two angles, that means adjacent angles, is 180 degree, then a ray stands on a line. Okay, that is the non-common arms from a line. Okay, so you will find that only in figure 6.73, that means this, both the non-common arms lie along the ruler, that is points A, O and B lie on the same line and ray OC stands on it. Also see that angle AOC plus angle COB equal to 125 plus 55 degree equal to 180 degree. Okay, so okay, here AOC is angle AOC equal to 125 degree and angle BOC, that means COB, equal to 55 degree. So ultimately we got angle AOC plus COB equal to 180 degree. Okay, so from this you may conclude that A is true. Okay, go to the next. Now at first we are talking about the axiom 6.2. The axiom 6.2 is, if the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then non-common arms of the angles form a line. Okay, so for obvious reasons the two axioms above together is called linear pair axiom. Okay, now theorem 6.1. Now theorem 6.1. Theorem 6.1 tells us that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. So we have to prove it. So here is the figure. Okay, so here if we want to prove it, in the prove it, it is given that in the statement above, two lines intersect each other. So let AB and CD, let AB and CD be two lines intersecting at point O as shown in figure 6.8. Okay, so they lead to two pairs of vertically opposite angles. namely AOC, that is AOC, and BOD, and number 2, that is AOD and BOC. Okay, now we need to prove that angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. That means this angle we have to prove with this angle, and also angle AOD, that means this angle is equal to angle BOC, this angle. Okay, so now at first we are taking that the ray OA stands on the line CD. Okay, OA stands on the line CD here. So therefore we can say that angle AOC plus angle AOD is equal to 180 degree. Okay, and also we can say that angle AOD plus angle BOD is equal to 180 degree. Okay, we can say that angle AOC plus AOD equal to 180 degree from the linear pair axiom, and also for this we can say that angle AOD plus BOD equal to 180 degree. Okay, so from here we can write that angle AOC plus angle AOD equal to 180 degree, that is the equation number 1, and angle AOD plus angle BOD equal to 180 degree, equation number 2. Okay, because AOC and AOD makes the linear pair of angles, and also AOD and BOD makes the linear pair of angles. Okay, so from equation 1 and 2 we can write that angle AOC plus angle AOD equal to angle AOD plus angle BOD. Okay, so on the both side we are having AOD, so ultimately you got angle AOC equal to angle BOD. Okay, so similarly you can prove that angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. Okay, so now let us do some examples based on linear pair axiom and theorem 6.1. Okay, so we are taking another example. Okay, go to the next slide. Now in this example already we have given the figure 6.9. Lines PQ and RS intersect each other at point O. If angle POR is to angle ROQ equal to 5:7, find all angles. Okay, so here for the solution we can see that angle POR plus angle ROQ are the linear pair of angles, so the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay, but angle POR is to angle ROQ is equal to 5:7 as per the given in the question. Okay, so therefore you can write that angle POR equal to 5/12 into 180 degree. 5/12 means 5/5 plus 7, so that gives us 5/12. So 5/12 into 180, that gives us 75 degree. Okay, and similarly for ROQ equal to 7/12 into 180 degree, that gives us 105 degree. Okay, now angle POS equal to angle ROQ equal to 105, because angle POS and angle ROQ are the vertically opposite angles, and we know vertically opposite angles are equal. So POS equal to angle ROQ equal to 105 degree, and for SOQ, angle SOQ and angle POR also the same. These are the vertically opposite angles, so it gives us basically equal to the 75 degree. So angle SOQ and POR equal to 75 degree. Okay, so here POR and SOQ, POR and SOQ equal to 75 degree, both are 75 degree, and POS and ROQ equal to 105 degree. Okay, got it? So total sum equal to 360 degree. Okay, got it? I think it is clear to you. Go to the next question. Now in this question already we given the figure 6.10. Ray OA stands on a line POQ. Ray OR and ray OT are angle bisectors of POS and SOQ respectively. Okay, so that means OR ray is the bisector of POS and ray OT is the bisector of SOQ angle respectively. If angle POS equal to X, find angle ROT. Okay, so for this question we already given that ray OS stands on the line POQ. OS stands on the POQ line. So therefore we can say that angle POS plus angle SOQ equal to 180 degree. Okay, now POS already given equal to X. Okay, so therefore X plus angle SOQ equal to 180 degree. Okay, so from here you can say that angle SOQ equal to 180 degree minus X. Okay, got it? Now ray OR is the bisector of angle POS. That means OR ray bisects POS. Therefore angle ROS equal to half into POS. That means half into X. That means X by 2. Okay, got it? So the angle ROS equal to X by 2, and similarly angle SOT is half into angle SOQ. So it gives us half into SOQ. Already we have got the value 180 degree minus X. So already got 90 degree minus X by 2. It is the value of angle SOT. Okay, got it? So now we can write that angle ROT is equal to angle ROS plus angle SOT. So we got ROS equal to X by 2 plus ROS angle. Already got the value of ROS. Okay, so the value of ROS equal to X by 2 and SOT is 90 degree minus X by 2. So if we cut it, we got the value of ROT, that is 90 degree. Got it? I think it is clear to you. Okay, so the value of ROT is equal to 90 degree. Okay, go to the next example. Now in this example already given the figure 6.11, OP, OR, OQ and OS are 4 rays. Okay, here are the rays in figure number 6.11. Prove that angle POQ plus QOR plus SOR plus POS equal to 360 degree. Okay, so we have to prove that angle POQ plus QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS equal to 360 degree. Okay, so for solution you need to produce any of the rays OP, OR, OQ, OS backwards to the point. Let us produce ray OQ backwards to a point T so that TOQ is a line. So for this we go for the figure 6.12. okay, so if we extend the line QO to T, so here in this figure you can say that ray OP stands on line TOQ. Yes, TOQ. okay, so therefore you can say that angle TOP plus angle POQ, which are linear pair, equal to 180 degree. okay, so you can write it 180 degree by using linear pair axiom. Similarly, ray OS, here it is OS, ray OS stands on the line TOQ. Here it is TOQ. okay, so therefore you can say that angle TOS plus SOQ equal to 180 degree. okay, so this is the equation number 2, and for angle TOP plus POQ already we will write that TOP plus angle POQ equal to 180 degree, equation number 1. okay, we have already written it. But SOQ in this figure, SOQ is equal to angle SOR plus angle QOR. okay, we can write it properly. Angle SOQ equal to angle SOR plus angle QOR. okay, here in this figure. okay, so equation 2 becomes that angle TOS plus angle SOR plus angle QOR equal to 180 degree. okay, so if we add equation number 1 and equation number T, the equation number 1 was, we can write it properly, angle TOP plus angle POQ equal to 180 degree. It was equation number 1. And equation number 3 is angle TOS plus angle SOR plus angle QOR equal to 180 degree. That is the equation number 3. okay, so if we add these two equation, you will get that angle TOP plus angle POQ plus angle TOS plus angle SOR plus angle QOR equal to 180 plus 180, that is 360 degree. okay, but TOP, angle TOP plus TOS equal to angle POS, but in this figure angle TOP, that is TOP this angle plus TOS, that is this angle, is equal to POS this angle. So we can write it properly that angle TOP plus angle TOS is equal to angle POS. okay, so we can write this equation as angle POQ plus angle, we can write it properly again, angle POQ plus angle QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS equal to 360 degree. Okay, so we prove that. Got it? So learn these examples very well. If you have the problem, then pause the video and watch it again. I think everything will be clear to you. Okay, thank you.